It is extremely frequent for people to blame their sexual behavior on alcohol.
It makes a nice scapegoat.
Oftentimes you'll hear students claim that either they weren't really in control of themselves and that's why they acted in such a way, or that the other person seemed to be consenting but they were under the influence, and then there's kind of this gray area that people sometimes take advantage of.
It's unacceptable to blame sexual behavior on alcohol because sexual behavior is a choice.
You are responsible for your own actions.
We have to deal with the intent, that if a person gets another person drunk, it is the intent of that person to take advantage of them sexually. Or if the person needs quote unquote courage in a bottle, the intent was that I was going to do this act, but I needed something to lower my inhibitions. So alcohol is not the issue. The issue is behavior. The issue is mindset.
They'll be like, oh, here, take another shot, or oh, here, like just one more drink.
I went to a college party or two that had some sort of punch made that was the strongest thing in the world and tasted like juice.
It's actually the #1 date rape drug. And they use it to, take away the person's ability to give true consent.
I think that alcohol should be devoid of any sort of sexual interaction because lines get really blurry really fast, and consent is essential.
Consent is if you're saying yes, not maybe, not I don't know, not I guess so. It's an absolute yes. And this is for the male or the female.
In the state of Texas, a person who is under the influence of alcohol cannot consent. That is the law.
Victim blaming basically puts the onus for the crime on the victim.
He or she was drunk, or he or she was dressed a certain way, or he or she didn't say no.
She's asking for it. She's asking for what? She's just wearing a piece of clothing.
I don't think anyone is ever asking for it, no matter how drunk they are.
Should they probably have not had all that? Probably, but something still happened to them that was not right.
If you blame the victim, it makes the perpetrator seem innocent.
If you're hesitant to report sexual misconduct because you were under the influence, I need you to know it wasn't your fault. It was the perpetrator who made the decision to commit the act of sexual violence. And yes, sexual violence.